We're going to show you how to pump up the appearance of any old muscle car, starting with the interior.
And when we get done, Ernie's car is going to look just as good as it runs. Now here are some of the reproduction pieces we got from year one's catalog. Everything from carpet, seat covers, front and rear, door panels, window cranks, armrest, and pretty much everything in between.
Well, the Oldsmobile originally had blue seats before they got covered in this black stuff some time ago. Now, our replacements from year one are direct originals, and, well, this is a job you could do at home if you had the time and patience. We're under the gun, though, so we enlisted some help from PUI, the company that manufactures our replacement covers.
With the floor pan cleaned out, we can go ahead and install the new carpet, but first, check this out. It came with the underlay already attached. Now, that'll help reduce road noise and heat. All this comes pre-cut for the floor pan, and just need some slots for the dimmer switch and seat belts.
Now we can install the rest of our replacement pieces. These reproduction door panels are vinyl skin over padding and weatherproof backing, all heat sealed together. Now they're correct in detail all the way down to this chrome mylar. All the other pieces we're adding are true to the originals as well, and they're pretty simple to install with very basic hand tools. Now, this can be a fairly easy way to freshen up the looks of your street machine's interior, and just a few of these replacements can make a big difference. And down to the new convertible boot. Sure makes a big difference in Ernie's interior. Think you'll like it? I'm sure he will, but we're not quite done inside here yet. You know, you'd be hard-pressed to find a reproduction console like this one we took out, or even a good used one. But you know what? We don't have to find one. We're upgrading the shifter with this B&M Quicksilver setup, and it comes with a classic-looking console that looks right at home in the Cutlass.
Over the years, this car's steering has become loose and unstable. Plus, the ignition switch on the column has been getting stuck to the on position, which kinda sucks. So we're solving both problems with this steel tilt column from I Did It. Now, not only will we improve the looks, but you also get all the modern day features and relays for high-amp electronics. After feeding the column into the engine bay, we install a new U-joint that links the column to the intermediate shaft. Then this rag joint between the intermediate shaft and the gearbox. With the steering shaft tightened and the wiring all finished up, I'm installing the steering wheel adapter to top it off with this Pro Series wheel from Ant.
And with that, our inside upgrades are done. But does that mean we're finished improving the looks of this classic O's? Not an outside chance. There's a whole lot left to do when we come back. Hey, welcome back. In case you just joined us, we're in the middle of making our Real Ride Challenge car a lot easier on the eyes. Our challenge now, though, is to make the outside as good looking as the interior we just finished. A few days ago, Mike removed the front and rear bumpers that were badly pitted, dented, and even had chrome flaking off. When he got them back from advanced plating in Nashville, they were definitely good as new. A good chrome plating shop can save the day sometimes, particularly with parts that aren't being repopped, like this radiator hold down and these mirror brackets that we'll install later. Before we can bolt up that shiny re-chromed bumper, I want to get rid of these grill pieces. Now, these things are pretty beat up after 3.5 decades of serious abuse. In fact, just check out the difference in this one and our replacement from year one. In fact, we're using their reproductions for the rest of our exterior work. These exterior replacement pieces are even easier to install than the ones we used inside the Cutlass. And again, they're true to our intention of keeping the classic muscle car looks while making horsepower and performance our main goal.
Whoa, we got a problem.
Yeah, I'll say. Man, that thing's not going to clear, is it? Too much engine? No such thing. this tall motor needs is a shorter air cleaner, and we're back in business.
Wow, imagine seeing this thing come up in your rearview mirror. Now, I never was much of a Cutlass fan, but I gotta admit, I'm starting to love the looks of this thing. And you know, Ernie, there's only one set of keys to that new column, and I've got them.
Well, this job may not do as much for the appearance, but it's definitely one of the most important. Replacing the weather stripping in your car can not only protect you and it from the elements, it also can add to its life. It might even save it. Now, Year One offers this repot weather stripping that looks and seals just like the original. And in the case of door stripping, has these clips and correct end pads, so it's a cinch to install. It goes on amazingly quick, and with a couple of push tabs, this job's a snap. We also replaced the stripping here, a place some people overlook. It's the glass sealer, or window sweeper, some people call it. Ever notice the way that some windows rattle when you shut the doors of an old car? Not this one. Of course, we can't forget about the convertible top. Moisture eats away the weather stripping here over the years, and our replacement pieces go on with just a few screws.
The trunk may be the most important place to replace the weather stripping. Old cracked rubber not only chips paint, it lets in water, and that's why this is the most notorious place to find rust. The new stuff comes in 16-foot lengths that you just trim to fit. Now this Real Ride Olds runs like a bat out of hell and looks like a beauty queen. But there's one thing that's missing.
Yeah, you'll see what that is after the break. Meanwhile, it's my turn. Got that thing out yet?
Getting pretty close.
Hey, welcome back to the last lap of our Real Ride Challenge build-up. When Ernest and Amy Smith drive away in the Cutlass today, we already know they're going to be two happy cruisers. But there's one thing every cool muscle car's got to have, and that's a hot sound system.
Yeah, and we got one that's nothing like your grandfather's old stereo. We wanted everything high performance, so MTX hooked us up with this kick-ass system. For an amp, they sent us their Thunder Series 895, which is a 5-channel amp that cranks out 890 watts. Now, of course, being 5 channels, you can run all your speakers and subs.
Anyone who's heavy into car audio will tell you that speakers are the most critical part of a system. We have that covered with their Thunder 8000 series speakers that will mount in the car. 6.5 up front, 5 1/4 in the back. Oh, here's a cool feature for the tweeters. They use a 1-inch silk dome for accurate high-frequency reproduction.
Here's the part the old man over there hates. It's the subwoofers. They're MTX's dual 10-inch sledgehammers that are rated at 800 watts. And they come already installed in this rectangular ported box that was specifically designed for their subs.
Okay, here's an important piece that will mount on that box and as close to the amp as possible. It's a power station capacitor we got from Street Wires. It keeps a constant supply of voltage to the amp, even during changes in frequency.
Anytime you install a high-powered system like this, you want to make sure you don't cut any corners in the wiring. We're using a power station kit from Street Wires that comes with all your terminal ends, wiring, and even an AGU fuse holder with 80-amp fuse.
For a source of all the sounds, we're going with this head unit from Panasonic that'll play everything from CDs to MP3s. It also has a sound quality function, so you can tweak it for your type of tunes. You can also change the background display by choosing from several built-in still and moving images or create your own. It also has a tilt face to load your disc and can be set in 3 positions for easy viewing.
Now that the installation is done, let's see how this baby thumps.
I gotta get the green, get it green, get it green. And that's by any means, get it green, get it green. I gotta get the green, get it green, get it green. And that's by any means, get it green, get it green. I gotta get the green, get it green.
Now that's what we were after.
I guess music's really changed a lot, huh? Meanwhile, Ernest and Amy will be here any minute, and we can't wait to get their reaction. However, I want to share something with you right now. Back when we announced the Real Ride Challenge selection, we showed some other pictures to you, including this one from a 14-year-old boy named Matthew Bartle, who just begged us to work on his ailing go-kart. Well, obviously not a real ride makeover candidate, so we're not going to work on that kid's go-kart. That's why this is here. We're giving him a brand new Carter 1150 XTV. It's got a 150cc air-cooled engine that makes 12.5 horsepower at 7,500 RPM. Also has a variable ratio automatic trans, positive traction rear axle, and double coil rear shocks. Up front, it has dual A-arms and another set of oil-filled coilover shocks. There's a 4-point harness here in this racing bucket seat, electric starter with a kickstart backup, and, of course, halogen lights. Now, why did we do this? Well, just an investment in the future of high performance. Enjoy your new ride, Matt. We'll be right back. Come on, Ernest and Amy. There it is.
Hey, look at those wheels. That's nice.
There's our girl.
That's nice. Look, I got the top boot on there where it didn't fit before.
Oh my gosh.
Nice seats.
That thing's ripped. Everything's brand new.
I like those wheels. It's nice.
Those rims are perfect.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Well, we thought about purple flames and all that kind of stuff, but we just love the classic look.
I
Sure
do
does
too.
look good.
I do too. I'm glad you left it the way you did. Yep.
With all the chrome still on, it looks great.
Yep.
Oh, look at that grill. Wow, the bumpers look nice too.
Now, I know you love that 350, but we got something a little different.
Wow. Look at that. Look at all that chrome.
455.
That's nice.
My God.
That's nice.
It's a good thing we don't have neighbors.
So what do you think? We can get to the beach a little quicker now?
Yeah.
Look at that rear end. That's nice. And what gear is in the back there?
It's a 342.
Okay. So I still have some highway.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's so much more than I could have ever done to it myself. I'm really thankful that you guys did all this for us.
Good to hear. We're glad we could do it.
Absolutely. Very happy with it.
Now, you can't get in too much trouble with it, though.
I will try not to. I'll make sure that I don't let her drive. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's something there, isn't it?
10-inch sledgehammers from MTX, 890-watt amp capacitor.
What? Yeah, that thing looks like it belongs in a space shuttle.
Now you got the looks, you got the speed, and now you can even hang out and bump on the beach with the rest of the youngins.
Because you guys did everything that I wanted to do to it. Everything from the engine and the exhaust and the transmission to that nice rear end that's in there. It's just how I'd want to do it. It's perfect.
You don't know how glad that makes us.
We got the car in the first place because we liked the way it looked. Classic muscle is just what I was wanting. I'm very glad that that's the route you guys chose to take. I think it worked out perfect.
See how she feels.
Thanks, Mike.
Not a problem.
Now, I was hoping for the wheels and the brakes and the engine and the transmission and rear end. If you did some engine work, that'd be great, and everything else would be gravy. Nice.
We trusted you guys. Yeah, we knew you'd do right by us. It looks good, and it sounds good, and it goes fast.